Hello and welcome to Unikron's Gaming. This will be my first video of the year 2026. It's now January. So I thought to myself, why not start off with a great game? A superb game. Just, one of those chef's kiss games. So anyway, it's Aliens vs Predator, the arcade game made by Capcom. So let's get to some brief history, shall we? So, according to Wikipedia, it says Alien vs Predator is a 1994 beat-em-up video game developed and released by Capcom for the CPS2 arcade system board. It is based on the science fiction franchise of the same name, introducing an original fighter to the game, Lieutenant Kurosawa. The players take control of up to 3 from the selection of 4 cyborgs and Predator characters in a battle against the xenomorphs, hordes and rogue human soldiers. The game was very well received by the public and media publications, but never was ported to any home systems. Okay, so let's see what else it's got here. Development and release. The game was based on an early draft of a script for a film adaptation of Aliens vs Predator comic book series following Michiko Noguchi, and was intended to have been a tie-in to the movie, although the draft was later rejected in favor of a different script which entered development hell. Later released in 2004 with a different story. Capcom had already completed the game, intending for the film to be released around the time of the game's completion. And so the arcade game was released in 1994 with its own standalone storyline. Was it Michiko Noguchi character renamed Lin Kurosawa due to the lack of licensing from Dark Horse Comics, and Dutch Schaefer from the 1987 Predator film included as another playable character alongside 2 Predators. Okay, cool. So there you go. We know a little bit more about the history of Predator. Anyway, or Aliens vs Predator, my bad. Let's get to it and let's start talking about this also wonderful brawler, shall we? So, this may be a bit far-fetched, but I reckon this game is on par with, or maybe even slightly better looking than Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. This is World Warrior I'm talking about, not Champion or anything going forward, just World Warrior. It's easily the best looking Capcom brawler today. There's no two ways about it. This game, this is a true feast for the eyes. I mean, look, the parallax scrolling is superb. It's great. The very detailed and varied stages, they look like they come straight from the comics. I mean, yeah, it looks so good. It just looks so good. The art style is probably up there with, I don't know, some of the best licensed arcade games of its time. Easily up there with Simpsons, Turtles, Punisher, etc. You know what I'm talking about. It's easily up there with them. The animation, dear lord, the animation looks better than most 1 versus 1 fighting games of its time. Oh, and it's definitely better than any other brawler that I've seen. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I think it's actually perfect. I think it actually is. It just is. The UI is also well designed without looking cluttered. The fonts are nice. They're colorful. You can see the pictures of the enemies and of yourself as well. It's very well done. It just looks visually appealing and it's not messy. The comic book like cutscenes in here is nice as well because it's actually telling the story. It just looks great on the whole. Everything looks just great. So this is a 1994 brawler. Visually, is there anything I don't like? Wonderful animation, wonderful characters, check. Backgrounds look great, check. Parallax scrolling, enemy design, variety, no. for the first time, I don't think there's anything negative I can say about the look of the game. It's just fantastic. I'm trying to think of, can I nitpick anything? No, it's great. 1994 arcade game. What more could we have wanted from a licensed game? Alien vs Predator. It's just the best licensed arcade brawler. It just is. Sorry Turtles. Sorry, I don't know, Simpsons. Sorry, Konami's X-Men. This is the one. This is the Lamborghini, the Ferrari. This is it. This is it. Nothing beats it. God, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Top to toe. I mean, look, even the fonts look great. Wow. Just wow. I want to first speak about something that people probably wouldn't even really talk about when it comes to this game, and that's the stage music. It's something that I feel will get overlooked, but is rather excellent. It gives, what does it give? I'm going to say big sci-fi action energy, and yet it doesn't overstay its welcome. The stage musics are really, really good. I think they match the game perfectly, to be honest. And it also, if we're going to use the word perfect again, I'm going to use it a lot when it comes to this game, it also perfectly complements the game's sound effects. And speaking of the sound effects, Capcom got it spot on here. We're not talking Super Street Fighter 2 New Challengers rubbish. No. We're talking Alien versus Predator here. The guns sound just like the Aliens movie. It's excellent. The Predator sound effects sound just like, well, basically just like they should. The speech is also very clear. There's a decent amount of it as well. Just like, one-on-one fighting games. This game, I don't know if it had the budget, but it just seems like the care and the tension, it looks like it's the same amount that we got for World Warrior, Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. It just seems like they didn't rush this out. I don't know if they did, but it seems like, no, they took their time here. I mean, compare this to The Punisher, compare this to Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, compare this to Final Fight, or any of their other brawlers on CPS 1 or CPS 2, and I think you'll see that the audio here is of a quality generally higher than most of their brawlers. I mean, maybe Final Fight was something a bit extra as well, but this just seems to be a cut above what was going on at that time, in my opinion. And from what I played, obviously I didn't play every brawler known to man, but just for me. If you'd allow me to, I just want to go back and talk about the speech a little bit more. I think this game really, really benefited from being on CPS2 technology when it came to the speech, because that's the one good thing that CPS2 did, and Q sound board or Q sound chips. It really made the sound for voices crisp and clear. I think it needed to be with this game. It doesn't sound muffled. It doesn't have, everything that CPS2 could do, I think this game really benefited from it once again. It sounds so good when it comes to the voices and some of the robots and the predators and stuff like that. It just sounds really crisp. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of games have a bit of speech in there, but this game just seemed, I don't know, it just seemed better for it. And I don't think it would have been as good if it was on CPS1 technology. That's for sure. Yeah, it's just, God, speech is perfect. I'm saying that word again, perfect. Yeah, but it is. Speech is just perfect in this game. I don't think we needed any more. We didn't need any less. It's just perfect the way it is. Fun factor. All right, here we go. I made sure to give this game the respect that it obviously deserves. And by that, I made sure to play it only in multiplayer. I didn't play the single player, no. Oh no, I played this with Jazz and Chowster. Free play action and even co-op. So yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so this game has no slowdown or breakup in gameplay or graphics, with its exceptionally smooth frame rate, 4 playable characters with their own unique gameplay quirks, and yet they all complement each other. The stages never get boring, as they're throwing some nice variations with there's a lift stage and what was it called? Hold on, I want to get this correct. It's called a M577 Armored Personnel Carrier, the APC. You know, the tank thing. Yeah, from the Aliens movie, the 1986 movie. Yeah, that thing there. Also, we're not done yet. Also, there's lots of enemy variety where different types of aliens, cyborgs, humans, you name it. The variety here is crazy. Also, Aliens vs Predator never felt frustrated. Probably because the hit detection feels spot on, and you never have to worry about wonky collision detection or funky controls, you know, button inputs not being recognized. Nah, there's none of that nonsense there. This game, it just feels right. It moves right. Lots of moves in your arsenal, special moves, get off me moves, crowd control, mad bosses with crazy life bars. Yeah, good specials. This game's got it all. The fun factors there. Multiplayer, I believe it's up to 4 players. We only did 3, but yeah, it's just great. It's, you know what it is? It's perfect. Yes, perfect. That's what this game is. Oh, what a joy to play. What a joy to play. My God, the moveset in this game is great. To think, in such a short span, Capcom went from Final Fight to this and everything in between. Well done, Capcom, well done. I mean, this is the pinnacle for me of an actual arcade brawler. I don't think anything has ever come close. I'm not talking about home games, I'm just talking about something that originated from the arcade. So yeah, to me, this is the pinnacle, and it's fun as hell to play. It looks great, sounds great, it is great. And why is it great? I don't know, perhaps because it's perfect. Oh, and look, I got high scored in jazz here, as everything should be. The universe is once again balanced. All right, for this bonus round, I'm going to go through my notes. I made some notes about this game. And first one is no home ports. But realistically, what console could have coped with such an impressive game? I did say earlier that there was a port supposed to come to 32X. I don't see how that would happen. 32X, yeah, it boosted what the Mega Drive could do, but it still would have been memory constraints and color palette constraints. I'm just not sure this would have been a good fit for the 32X. I don't know, because I mean, I've seen a 32X version of Mortal Kombat that didn't look particularly that much better than the base Mega Drive version to me. So yeah, I mean, also it would have depended on who would have ported it, but judging by the Punisher and what else was there? Captain Commando. Punisher was on the Mega Drive, Captain Commando was on the SNES. Those weren't great by any means. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just think at the time it wouldn't have been given much justice. The port, I just don't think the port would have been good. I just don't think it would have been good. So what about now? Can Capcom get the license from Disney? I'm assuming it's Disney because they seem to be doing the new Predator movies and Alien movies. So I'm assuming it's Disney that own the franchise now. Capcom, put this on modern consoles now. Would it be best to be put on a compilation and be one of the big ticket items, or should it be sold as a standalone game and probably be, just digital only? I don't know. It's just stuff to think about now. What type of pricing model are we talking about for a retro compilation? Plus, what else would be bundled with it? What's left that they haven't done? The Street Fighter EX games. I think most of Capcom's other big ticket items, you know, they're done. They're out here. So I don't know what else they could put. Probably some shoot 'em ups, but I don't know. And how much would this be? What, between 30 and 40 pounds? You need more games. You can't just have 3 or 4 games on here. So yeah, I don't know what else they've put on there. Perhaps you guys can tell me what games they haven't re-released yet. Also, what type of price for a standalone digital release? And would it even make enough sense? Would they even make their money back if it was a standalone? I don't know. I just don't know. Could rollback on, you know, for online be put into it if it were able to be re-released for native port or, you know, home emulation, you know, that type of thing. With online scoreboards and leaderboards, multiplayer, a bit of matchmaking, so you can invite someone, drop in, drop out, 4-player, seamless. Would that be a thing that'd be worth it as well? I mean, the game would deserve that type of treatment, but would Capcom be willing to spend that type of money? Yeah, I just don't know. I'm looking through my notes, that's about all I said. But yeah, it's just food for thought because, you know, this game is that good. Nah, this game's not that good. It's bloody perfect. But yeah, in today's modern age, should it be in a compilation? Or should it be standalone? Standalone, how much would it cost? Compilation, how much would it cost? What other games would be compiled with it? I'm gonna say the Street Fighter EX games, Strider 2, the PlayStation version, because that hasn't been re-released yet. Maybe if there's something Mega Man related that they haven't re-released from the arcades, that could be in there. I'm just trying to think of games that Capcom hasn't put in a compilation in the last generation or so that they could feasibly lump this game with, because I just don't think it would sell if it was standalone. But that's just me being me, looking at what's going on around the world today, because I know Arcade Archives, they do standalone games. Obviously Capcom do their own stuff in-house, but they release one-off games, Arcade Archives, and they're anywhere between $5.79 to $11.99, depending on what platform it's on. So we can sort of look at that for one-off games. But even people at Irem, they do their volume collections and they do 3 games, and they go for about £19.99. Capcom gives you more games, that their last, was it the Marvel stuff, and those bits and pieces, and they normally go between, you know, I think between £35 and £40, but those are a collection of games. So there's quite a few things that they could do, but Capcom seems to be, no, we want compilations. But what have you got left, Capcom? That's different. I mean, I won't want Street Fighter 1, but I suppose they could do that because, you know, they haven't done that yet, but who would want that? But yeah, that's all I can think of the games that can go with this. There's the Street Fighter games, this, Strider 2, and anything Mega Man related. Anyway, I'm out. Hope you all are well. I shall see you in my next video. Peace.